Hey guys, welcome to Mountaintop Homestead. Thanks for joining our channel. Today's video is going to be the top ways we keep our homestead debt-free.
Going on 2 years ago now, we bought our homestead completely debt-free. We have another video about how we saved up to buy our homestead debt-free and kind of our journey and our story with that. So you guys can check out that video after this one. Today is going to be about how we stay debt-free while living on the homestead.
Yeah, and we'll put a link up above for you guys if you want to watch that previous video. I think we've done a video on the top reasons that we choose homesteading over full-time RVing,
Yes.
and then another video on how we were able to afford to buy our homestead debt-free. And now we're going to make a video on how we keep our homestead debt-free. Now, I know that we are going to catch a lot of hate for this video. I can already see it coming in the comments because every time we start talking about money and the way we do things, we catch a lot of hate for it. But
You
that's
must be millionaires.
yeah, no, we're definitely not millionaires.
No. I wish.
Yeah, one day maybe. But and that's okay. You guys, you haters out there, just hate in the comments because the algorithm loves it, and it boosts our YouTube video. And if you're not a hater and you support it, do us a favor and drop some love in the comments. So anytime we talk about saving money and how we save money, we catch a lot of hate. And I think it's because we have this Western society mindset about ourselves that we need the newest, the latest, the greatest. We need to spend that money, get that loan. And then what ends up happening is
consumer society.
We are a consumer society. That's exactly right. And I think this year we have the all-time high record in credit card debt. There's an all-time high record in people filing for bankruptcy. There's an all-time high record in just so much crazy stuff going on.
Cars are being repoed right now.
Oh, there's an all-time repo. All-time high for cars being repoed, which is crazy. But it just goes to show you the mentality that America has, and I hate to say that because I know it's going to sound judgmental, and I know people are going to just come off the hinges at me, but it goes to show you the mentality that we have as Americans to just go buy something. That's also the reason our country is so far in debt right now.
So one of the number one things that we do is we try to fix and make things ourselves as much as possible. We fix our own vehicles, we make our own chicken coops, we cook from scratch. Almost every single thing that we eat is cooked from scratch.
Breakfast every morning is eggs and potatoes and venison.
Yeah.
The deer that
venison sausage that I made.
The deer that I killed, the potatoes that we grew, and the eggs that our chickens give us.
Yeah. And obviously we do other things like sourdough pancakes and sourdough cinnamon rolls, but we eat a lot of eggs because we have a lot of eggs. But yeah, we make things ourselves, we fix things ourselves. We're actually in the process right now of building another mobile chicken coop to breed out our own birds. And every time a vehicle has an issue, Michael's always in there fixing it. We just try to do everything that we can ourselves before we outsource it to somebody else. And that has saved us so much money, especially when you do have older used things or you try to thrift for things. Sometimes they need a little TLC, a little bit of work. And if you are willing and able and have the know-how and you can do these things yourself, you're going to save a lot of money in the long run.
I feel like one of the biggest excuses is that I don't know how to do that. I've never done that before. And man, YouTube will teach you how to do anything.
Yeah, you can.
I had no idea how to change out the EGR on an 01 Silverado, and the dealership was going to charge me like $1,800 for a part that had like 4 or 5 bolts in it. I looked it up on YouTube and I changed it out in 2 hours myself. Mind you, we were broke down out west somewhere when I did this.
Yeah, we were like in a grocery store parking lot.
So I did it myself and I saved us $1,800. The part cost me like $250 plus 2 hours of my labor.
Yeah.
So little things like that, you can get on YouTube and figure out how to do anything.
So another thing that we really do is we don't buy things we don't need. We don't go out and buy clothes. We don't buy the latest, greatest iPhones. I don't go out and get my hair done, my nails done. I rarely ever even wear makeup. And these, are sacrifices that I've made, and now I don't even care, but these are sacrifices that I've made throughout the years so we can save money, because getting that stuff done all the time is really expensive. We don't feel like it's wrong to do those things, but if you're wanting to save money, and especially, if you're wanting to get out of debt, these are things that you don't need.
I think something that I would really love to go take out a loan for is a tractor.
Yeah.
But it's like financially,
really want a tractor.
Financially, we're not in a place where we can afford that right now.
No.
We don't want to spend the money on a tractor. I don't want payments on anything for that matter.
No.
So we're holding off on that right now, and maybe one day the Lord will bless us and give us a tractor.
You never know.
But for now, we're just not going to buy one. We've got a 4-wheeler that we cart things around on the property with. I've got trailers.
We got 2 willing hands that.
We got 2 willing hands that'll lift things. So tractor would be great, but we're not going to go out and buy it because we can't afford it right now.
We do not go to the doctor unless we absolutely have to.
Yeah.
And this is another video that we're going to make talking about our natural home remedies that we use for ourselves to keep ourselves healthy, keep ourselves out of the doctor. I have dealt with a lot of health issues in the past several years, and I have done a lot to really cure myself of a lot of those things and really overcome a lot of issues that doctors said couldn't overcome, or that, they didn't really know what was wrong. They just slap a label on something and here's a pill if you want to take it. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I didn't. I decided to go alternative methods. But we don't go to the doctor unless we have to. Yeah. Now, a couple months ago, I got bit by a 120-pound livestock dog. It was not our dog. But we had to go to the emergency room because of that, because my arm was gaping open and we had to get stitches, and it was... Yeah.
It's that's one of those situations. Yeah. So if we get a cold or a runny nose, or or if little man gets, runs a temperature or something, we don't run to the doctor.
No.
So and I know so many people that the moment they got a sniffly nose, they're just going to go to the doctor and get a shot.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do that.
No.
And it's not that, and once again, it's not that we think it's wrong to do that.
Yeah, it's your body, it's your choice to make that decision.
Correct. But I also feel like God made our bodies and designed our bodies to be able to fight those things off. And if your body isn't naturally able to fight some of these things off without having to go to the doctor immediately,
mm-hmm.
you might look at your diet, or you might look at what you're consuming on a regular basis, or a lifestyle. Exactly. Our bodies are supposed to be able to take care of themselves and regenerate and self-heal. That's just the way that God made us.
Mm-hmm. So we do our best to keep ourselves healthy and keep ourselves out of the doctor as much as absolutely possible.
Now, if it's an emergency, you should go to the doctor. You should go to the emergency room. Absolutely, whatever it takes. Don't take this as us saying that we think doctors are bad. We think doctors are, God, there's a place and a time for doctors.
There is a place for it. There's a place for modern medicine. We just use it very minimally.
Correct.
So whenever we do want or need something, we try to thrift it first. If we can find it used, especially in a good condition, we will opt for that option first before we just go out and just buy brand new.
Yeah.
If we can get a good deal on something, and that's how we've gotten good deals on most everything that we have. That's an expensive item, like the vehicles. We just try to thrift for everything we need. This mobile home that we're living in, it's a 1989, and we've been remodeling it. It was, I guess you could say, thrifted. We're living in it right now while we save up to build our brand new barn dominium. But, this is saving us a lot of money right now to live here. Our furniture in our house has all been thrifted or given to us. Clothes,
And living in the mobile home is going to save us from having to make a payment on a barn dominium that we want to build. Exactly. We want to save up to build it ourselves and not have these huge looming payments over us in case, let's say the economy crashes or something like that, and you have this big payment on this house. Yeah. You own your property, but you don't own your house. What do you think they're going to do? Now, in the idea of thrifting, our vehicles, all our vehicles are used. The newest vehicle we have is an 07 Duramax. I use my Duramax for the firewood business to haul logs. Then we have an 04 Corolla and a 98 K1500 Chevy. We have older vehicles.
Gosh, we've had my Corolla. We actually bought it this summer before we got married.
Yeah.
I
had that thing
like
forever.
$3,000. It had
and it's
100. No, it had 80,000 miles on it when we bought it.
We're gonna run the wheels off that little Corolla until it falls apart.
It almost has 200,000 miles now.
Yeah. So all of our vehicles are used. They are older. It just helps us to be debt free. Every now and again, I might have to turn some wrenches on a vehicle. I had to do some work on my 98 when I first got it. But wasn't that big of a deal. Just wheel bearings and ball joints, and that's about it. And the truck runs great. The Corolla runs great. My Duramax runs great. We don't have any issues with any of our used vehicles. So this theory, this lie that you have to buy something new, or it's going to break down on you, or it's going to cost you more money in the long run if you don't just buy something new. That's a lie.
No.
Okay, that is just a way to get you to consume more.
Yeah. Well, especially now with all these newer vehicles, you almost have to take them to the dealership for them to work on it. They don't, they make it to where it's almost impossible for you to work on certain things yourself. And even some of these cars now, you can't even change the oil on them yourself. You have to take them to the dealership.
So we are thrifty and we buy used vehicles.
Yeah. So we do not pay for entertainment. We don't even have a TV in our house. We don't have streaming apps or subscriptions. So like we don't have Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, YouTube streaming. We don't have any of those things. We don't pay for music streaming apps. We don't pay for any entertainment. We don't go out and do things hardly ever that we have to pay for. I mean, every now and again, is an exception.
I think the most that we do that costs us money as far as entertainment is we'd go out to eat with family.
Yeah.
We'll go out for dinner.
Once in a month,
maybe once a month.
Maybe. So ways that we have entertainment for free is we go hiking, we go camping, we play card games and board games with friends and family.
Yeah, we're over at our at our neighbor's house for dinner sometimes on a regular basis. We'll go over there and play cards together.
Yeah, we do dinners with people and I feel like it brings us closer as a family too, that we're not just sitting down in front of a TV and not interacting with each other, but we're together and we're interacting and
it gives you a closer bond with your community as well.
Yeah, we're building blocks with Isaac and
getting that one-on-one time with your family, I feel is so important.
Yeah.
I feel like we're missing that in America today.
Especially for our children.
The majority, and I hate this. I hate to say this because I sound so judgmental when I do, but like when we go out to eat, 9 times out of 10, if there's a family at a dinner table, everybody's doing this.
Yeah.
And nobody is doing this.
Yeah, nobody's looking
and it's like we're missing so many opportunities with our children to ask them, how was your day? What are you struggling with?
Yeah.
What's going on in your life? Put the phones down. Pick a activity that will cause you to have to focus on one another.
Yeah.
And put all the phones away. Like all the phones go in a bag, tie it up, and put it somewhere where nobody can get to it, and everybody has to focus on one another.
Yeah, like we really make it a point to not have screen time in front of our child. And he's napping right now while we make this video for you guys, and it's a sacrifice that we make, but I feel like it's a beautiful thing that we are trying to do for our children, to let them know that we're there, we're present.
Sorry, this video wasn't supposed to be about rearing children, but we kind of took a detour, but it's a good detour to take. I think it's needed in America nowadays. So that, I believe, is our top tips on how our top ways on how we keep our homestead debt-free. We are not financial advisors, and anything that we do or say is just things that we personally have practiced in our own lives and that we are sharing. So to bring this to a close, we fix things and make things ourselves. We buy older used vehicles. We don't buy things that we don't need, and we don't pay for entertainment. And I know those things probably seem really simple. You're probably like, okay, Dave Ramsey. But
honestly, they are really simple.
They are simple. They really are. But I believe that that's the key ingredients to really being truthfully successful without having to give up all your time.
Yeah. So
I know a lot of people that are extremely successful. They have a lot of money and they have no time. They have no time for their family, no time for their children. They stay busy all the time. You can't hardly have a conversation with them because they're 10 thoughts deep into this business that they're running.
They don't enjoy what they've worked hard for.
Exactly. Ultimately, that's what's most important is our time. If we're giving all of our time to a business in order to have things, then we're really losing in the end game.
For sure.
If we can gain more time with our family and with our friends and doing things that matter, that's how you succeed in life. That's truly
something I really think about is like, when I'm old and I'm on my deathbed, what am I going to look back and remember? Am I going to remember the things that I had, or the memories that I had with my friends and family, and the beautiful life that I lived?
Yeah, we're not gonna leave. You're gonna leave your possessions, but you're really gonna leave a legacy.
Yeah,
that's what we want to leave, is a legacy for our children and our children's children, our children's children's children, to look back on and say, Grandma, Grandpa, Michael, and Taylor absolutely loved us, and they did everything that they could to provide a life for us, 100 years ago.
Yeah.
So, might be a little bit far-fetched, but that's what I'm shooting for.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for sticking around with us. God bless you. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. Drop us some comments down below on how you guys save. This is just us personally. This is how we save money and how we've kept our homestead debt-free. We hope you enjoy it. To anybody who wants to really just go in here and hate on us for being, dull and boring is what some people would say, that's perfectly fine too. Drop your comments down below as well, because that helps boost us in the YouTube algorithm. So, God bless you guys. We'll see you later. Thanks for sticking around.